another episode of Real Talk, and I'm kind of excited about today's show. We have a sorority and a frat, so that's going to be a little bit of a different look. And I'm here with
Tori.
And I'm Kevin Wark from Rho Zeta.
Whoa.
Yeah, he said the full title.
Rho Zeta.
Yep.
And what's your sorority?
Zeta Psi Omega.
Interesting. So, how do you guys come up with the names?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
Yeah, I've founded in the 87. We were. I wasn't part of the that process, seeing that I was born in 2003.
Right, you were just out of the loop a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Age.
Just missed the cutoff there, but.
Yeah, ours is a little newer. We were founded in 2013, so, but still wasn't really involved in that, considering I was in elementary school at that time.
We have our reasons for our letters and our meanings, but that's more our like inner stuff.
Yeah. The secret, secret coded messages of fraternity life.
Perhaps, yeah.
All right, so let's go into this. Do you guys have any really cool memories with your frat or sorority? Tori, we can start with you.
I think we have quite a few because we're all so close. Like I was telling you, we only have 3 actives right now. In total, only about 70 sisters. So everything we do kind of in itself is a little memory in some way, shape, or form. Probably just like the random out-of-pocket like decisions. Like, oh, let's go get tattoos. Okay, deal. We're all in the car.
Did that really happen?
Yeah, multiple times.
Are you kidding? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what of? What was the tat of? Or like
crazy. I have this little diamond for my
Shine bright
house.
like a diamond.
I know, right? Some have gotten like little finger tattoos or random trips to Taco Bell at like 12 a.m. Like those are always the best ones.
Oh, that's really cool. How about you, man?
I'd say it's like kind of a reoccurring memory that happens is Heaven Day. What's so funny about that? But it's just really great to see joy from everyone, like the new brothers now that have now made it through that were pledges for 4 weeks. Difficult, but I mean that feeling of finally getting through, and just alumni and currents that actually got to see them go through after the 4 weeks, and just it's a great feeling.
I get that. So
and it's just a fun weekend overall, just hanging out and having a good time.
Yeah, and it's got to be interesting, to see people like alumni or like older brothers and sisters. Like obviously, I feel like that's a cool experience.
Yeah, that's another thing I love about Greek life is I'm meeting new alumni every year, and everyone's great people. It's great to have great conversations, not even just in person, just hitting people up on Facebook or whatever social media you use. It's great to be meeting new people.
Outreach.
Yeah.
Kind of, trying to get some wisdom from, people who come before a little bit. Lost my train of thought. Where was I going? Nah, don't worry about it. So, pledging. Okay. So, both of you have pledged, obviously.
Yes.
Do you guys have any, any tips, any pointers for anybody? Anyone who's looking to rush because we are getting, it's getting that time.
Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah, this weekend is the start of it. Coming from someone who is a major procrastinator, definitely time management. Because it's a big commitment, but it's a commitment that's worth it in the end of it.
For why to pledge, I'd say it's very much worth it. Not even just your own community inside your own house, but the Greek community itself. All the things you do, just in houses together. Every weekend we help clean the community. And we also have social events we all do as a community. They're a lot of fun too. Regarding pledging wise, there's a reason why you started it. You may as well see it through. There's a reason why you felt that way to actually pledge. It might seem tough, but just stick with it. But
be a trooper.
Yeah.
Because it's a process.
It really is. It's difficult.
Like I know there have been a lot of regulations on what it can and can't happen, but like it's a lot of work. Like I knew a girl a couple years ago, right? She had to make one of the big boards. I'm not sure what they're called, but it's like she had to make that for her big.
Okay.
So it was kind of interesting, because like that, she put a lot of work in that, right? Like you had to cut it so it looks nice.
Yeah.
And then you had to she drew some flowers on it. She painted it, and then she put like a coat over the wood to make sure it didn't go anywhere. Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. Like for me, like I'm a regular kind of student. I never did anything with a frat, just wasn't my deal. But it was kind of cool to see like at least her doing that stuff with a sorority.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those are, we're talking about paddles. Each pledge class usually makes them, or a house makes them, each pledge class. You have, like, at least your top 5 in your, the pledge class for that semester, and, yeah. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of like about like the collegiate, right?
Yeah.
They have all that on the walls.
Yeah.
Like what? They've been here for what, 100 years?
Yeah, what's
something
cool,
crazy.
you can really see the history, not even just at Alfred State, which I know AU doesn't have any Greek life anymore, but it's just cool to see the history with Greek life around in Alfred.
Yeah, and it's a big deal, man. It's cool that it's continuing on. It's
Yep.
it's it's still developing, right?
Yeah.
And like it's a big deal for you guys to be out there, managing like some of these events, like the philanthropy, obviously, but like we all know it. Parties are associated. It's easy to throw one, so like that does happen. But like for you guys to be vigilant on the weekends, it's a big deal for everybody.
Mhm.
Like eyes out.
Yeah, definitely. We want everyone staying safe. The last thing we want is anyone getting into trouble or getting hurt or anything.
All right, and I do have a good question for you guys. All right, how do you guys feel? Like I've heard about this, the chili contest.
I'm a little tight about the chili contest, not gonna lie.
Why?
So it's like this tradition we all look forward to because, we all like getting a little bit competitive, especially me. Like, I like to win. But we actually cannot do the chili cook-off anymore. So there is no more chili cook-off.
It's gone?
It's gone.
Why is it gone?
With
has
all
happened?
the new rules and regulations placed by higher ups, ACEs, all that, we're not allowed to do it because it's deemed unsafe.
Is this a safe serve?
Even that,
yeah.
like, you have to do it in a commercial kitchen now, so it's like, I don't know, like, all Greek party up in the terrace cooking chili, like, I don't really know.
See, and like I've heard about this with other clubs and stuff. Like this might be a bit of an issue coming forward because it's like some stuff is expensive, right? You
Yeah.
guys, I don't know if you guys get any college from the any money from the college to do your events.
No.
I know the
Nah.
clubs, but the clubs only get so much. Like
Yeah.
it's expensive to make that stuff, to make like muffins, all that
It
stuff.
really is, yeah.
And
Yeah.
to find like a serve safe kitchen or a safe serve kitchen, that adds more like, I guess, troublesome to it. Like I
Yeah.
know you don't want people eating food that's not cooked, but
Mhm.
But again, it's the last thing we want is people getting sick or anything.
Yeah.
Or getting hurt,
but
right?
like I feel like you guys would monitor that.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
feel like
Yeah.
no offense, like Kevin, right? You
Yeah.
probably go like if you let's say you're doing a bake sale, I'm definitely expecting you to try one of the muffins.
Of
you made.
course, yeah. Why would
Because
I not?
like why not?
Yeah, exactly. I like muffins.
So and like I just feel like it's a little just too much, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now that like there's one less really cool event actually on campus because we've here at Bandwagon we've seen the chili cook-off event before and how much you guys post about it, right? It's a big deal. All you guys come together, frat, sorority, fraternities, and sororities come together. I've learned that distinction. Okay, I've learned it. But you guys come together and put on a really cool event. So I'm
Yeah.
sad to hear that it's gone.
Yeah, we are too. It's good outreach for us too. Interact with the community, but yeah,
Yeah.
just have to
It's
go
like
with other
the
avenues.
last time all Greeks can get together before pledging starts and like seeing everybody, because then it goes into this 4-week period where we're all busy and stressed and tired.
Yeah.
So we're a little bummed about it.
I would be. I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of stinks. That's a big event.
Yeah.
So, right, I know we just talked about pledging, but I guess, can you guys tell me, like, why you guys chose your specific fraternity or sorority? What reason came into your mind?
I can go first. So I actually, I didn't pledge my first eligible semester. So freshmen that didn't transfer, so brand new freshmen can't pledge their first semester. But I waited like a year and a half till I pledged. I was just, a lot of my friends had transferred or dropped out, and I had been hanging out with those brothers a lot at the time. A lot of them are graduated at this point, but it was a group of people that I really got close with, hung out with a lot, and it just turns out I really needed a second family away from home. I live far, 4 hours away, and I was
Yeah, it's a drive.
running out of friends, dropping out and transferring and everything.
How about
Yeah.
you, Tori?
I mean, not to dim the mood, but my freshman year I was very heavily bullied, like trying to like adjust to this environment and everything. It didn't really go well for me. Thought I met a group of friends, didn't really turn out to be a group of friends, more like, yeah, it was just a mess. And Zeta was the only place where I felt like was truly accepting to all people of all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, colors, cultures, everything. So they really took me under their wing and showed me like, hey, we're not just, you don't buy your friends, like we are your friends. So it made a real impact and what made me decide to pledge.
That's awesome. So kind of go from that to nowadays, right? So moving forward, how are you guys making sure that you see, better changes in your sorority or frat or
Yeah.
fraternity?
Well, absolutely. Like, you want to continue that legacy. You don't want to, like, make a bad reputation for, like, your prospective organization. But, like, beforehand when me and you were just talking, there is only 3 of us active. So it's kind of leaves like a lot of room for like growth and like what really the whole house as a whole can represent. So I'm excited for this pledging season to see where it goes.
How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, and like Tori said, always keeping up that reputation. We're a very open frat, so we're open to a lot of people. We try not to judge people. I know that's a big stigma, and I'm not saying anyone here does on any fraternities on campus do, but we always try to be accepting to people. We don't want to just turn people away just how they might be perceived. So.
Yeah, I'm hearing like a lot of good vibes, right? You guys want to make, this, right, part of your respective organization, better.
Yeah.
To see it, to see it grow, to see it prosper, move on to something, in a good direction. That's kind of cool to hear.
Yeah.
What else I got
That's
for
the
you?
hope.
Yeah.
That's a hope, right? And I think for some, like, it's achievable. Like, I think sometimes it's about, like, how much you care.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I know you guys, right? Are you guys, right, downstairs, you guys do the blood drives?
Yep.
Yeah, like, I've seen you guys table a lot, but, like, you guys put a lot of work into that, right? You got to schedule that event. You guys got to make sure that, you were, like, keeping up with things to make sure that, like, right, it can be going good now, but if you guys slack off even a year, or maybe, I don't know, in the case of Zeta, like, it seems like recruitment needs to tick up, but.
Yeah, it's a lot because we run into this issue. It's like a wave. Like last year in total, we got 6 new sisters, and then 6 sisters graduated at the spring. So it's like up and down, up and down. So we always grow and then shrink. But like I said, there's things that got to get done. We get them done. Like we have a ton of events, ton of tabling. We have our Red Gala next week for our philanthropy. So that's exciting.
And the cool part, like, like you texted me to be here.
Yeah.
Like I've emailed, other people, but like you got on top of this. Like it was kind of impressive to see, what you're trying to do to like grow.
Yeah, well, I didn't really see, like, I saw Saidi and Kappa recently just did one. I didn't really see like a sorority presence yet, and I figured what better opportunity than to now then.
Pretty much. That was kind of my idea, because it's like obviously you guys are here. Like we obviously talk about fraternities so much, but sometimes I feel like, I don't know, the sororities don't get enough, enough spotlight, to be honest with you.
And they're, like, I have friends in other sororities, and they're amazing. Like, there's really isn't a house that has any bad people in it. It's just, since the pandemic, it's really taken a toll on all the houses, but sororities in particular. There's only one that's in double digits. All the others are in single. So, just trying to get up. It's hard because there's so many, like, stigmas from, like, movies and what you see from, like, national sororities. Like, we all run around clapping our hands. Like,
or, like, Animal House, like, with, what do you call it? I want to say, like, he was in the Jonas, not the Jonas Brothers, but the Blues Brothers. He's one of my favorite comedy actors. I want to say Beluga or something. I don't remember his name, but it's a funny movie. It's like, it's overhyped in what they're doing. It's inappropriate, but it's funny.
Yeah, so it's hard, and even like at open houses, like we have to sometimes sit at them, and they're like, the parents will like literally grab their children's collars and like, no, you're not going over there.
Right away.
And it's like hard to kind of break that stigma when it's starting right before you even get here.
Yeah. So, and you were talking about the social media trends with like bigger sorority houses doing those like, those silly-ish videos. How do you feel about them?
I mean, if it works, it works. Obviously, it does. Like you see, like some people go crazy for it. I was talking to one of my coworkers at work. She's a part of a national sorority. They pledged for 9 weeks. Which, if you just saw Kevin's face, we pledged for 4, and it's already a lot.
Wow.
I mean, if you really wholeheartedly were going for that aspect, then you got there. But that's not what it's like here. We're more like, I'd like to think close-knit people, rather. Like, if you're in a house with over 100 members, how do you know every member there? You don't.
Let's face it, you don't. Like, it's with bigger sports teams. It's not
Absolutely.
Like when you have so many heads to remember, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Like, the whole point, you want to be a part of a house where everyone is, like, valued. You don't want to be a part of a house where there's cliques within it. And I feel like those bigger, like, houses, nationals like that, is what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to rag on like national fraternities.
Yeah, not
sororities,
at
but, like,
all. That's
it's,
not.
It's almost like just something to like do. This is actually like a more meaningful thing to do at this school. Like we both mentioned, like a family away from home. Like everyone knows each other. Not even just in your own house, like other houses too. Just the Greek community in general is just so close knit.
When you talk about attendance for events, or like you said, Tori, making sure that things get done. Like, let's face it, like, yeah, it's smaller. They're like, people got to contribute, and if they're not, you know, unfortunately, it's seen.
Yeah, I would
sure.
agree. You can definitely notice it more, but I mean, we all work hard, so we all get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other questions? All right, we got the history. We got what you guys like. Do you guys have anything you want to bring to the table? Anything you want to talk about? Any shout outs? Anything, you know, you're trying to like talk about? Any interesting ideas?
Rech, Zeta Psi, Omega.
Yeah, Horsepower Zeta. Pledging starts this weekend.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's all I really got for you
All right.
guys, you know.
Well, thank you for having us.
Perfect.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I definitely appreciate you guys coming on, and I'm excited to see, you know, this video come out.
Thank
Shout
you.
out Real Talk, and shout out to Doug. He's the man behind the camera today.
Yeah,
So,
Doug.
You guys can thank him.
Thank you, Doug.
All
Thanks,
right,
Doug.
that's been
Good
this
job.
episode.